When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Hi, I'm John Malice. Welcome to this special taped edition of Connect with me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this Tuesday. No phone calls on this day. It's a special tape program, as I said, but you can call in and leave a message at 436-ME-TV, hit option 11, then leave your message. A special taped edition on this program. We're featuring a business that's been around for 70 years. We're back after this word from our sponsor today, Sam's Suits and Tuxedos in Clovis.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
And we're back here on the program, a special taped edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. Of course, MeTV Fresno, Comcast Channel 375. And if you're watching over-the-air broadcast, usually now our main station is 13.1. We go into hundreds of thousands of homes up and down the Central Valley. Glad you are with us on this day. We're sorry about the situation and the tape program. However, it's going to be a good program today. And if you want to call in anyway and leave a message, you are free to do so. It's 436-ME-TV, option 11. When you hit the recording, then just hit option 11 and leave your message. Whether it's a comment, positive or negative, we'll take everything into consideration. And I'm so happy to talk about this, this main topic today on the show, because whenever we feature a business, usually it's a business that's been around, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but 70 years, we honor that business on this program today. It's amazing. Ventura TV has been around since 1951, and the business I'm talking about is just down the street from us. And also the owners of this business. You won't find too many people in Fresno that believe in downtown Fresno more than they do. I want to roll the videotape and show you exactly what I'm talking about, my friends. You will be intrigued. And they believe in downtown for good reason. They are located downtown on Ventura Avenue, right across, or kind of catty corner, across from Selland Arena, the very same location where it all started back in 1946. That's where Charles Haron started doing oil changes and then offering other services. But then, my friends, everything changed when he helped a friend sell a car that he was putting up for sale on the very same lot. And that, my friends, was the beginning of a local landmark. I'm telling you, it is a landmark. At the time, Charles figured out that, hey, I can make more money selling cars than I can trying to fix them. And if he were alive today, he might be astounded to know that Haron Motors is the #1 Jaguar dealership per capita in the entire country. He would probably come out and say, wow, that's incredible. But not without the help of the internet, social media these days, brand new commercials that we'll show you during the course of the program that are just blowing everybody away, and his son, Jim, who continues to manage the place at the age of 66. However, the next generation is already here, ready to step in, because he manages it along with his daughter, Hilary, and his nephew, Randy. They are young. They're innovative, and they know the car industry inside and out, and they are pushing downtown Fresno as a huge pot of gold for potential business owners. They still sell the traditional Jaguar, of course, and of course the Land Rover, the Range Rover, and others. We'll talk about that as the program unfolds on this day. As a matter of fact, that car is beautiful. Live in our studio, Hilary Haron, part owner of Haron Motors in downtown Fresno. She's going to be here talking about Haron Motors, 70 years old. They celebrated their 70th anniversary in January of this year, 2016, and why downtown is so crucial. All those car dealerships over there at Herndon and Palm, they all moved north, right? Why didn't Haron Motors do the same thing? Why did they stay in downtown Fresno? I mean, people look at that location right there by Selland Arena and the convention center and the baseball stadium as being kind of a seedy part of town, especially at night. Why did they stay there? No phone calls on this day. It's a tape program. Glad you're here. But you can call in at 436-MeTV option 11 and leave your message. Today's program is sponsored by, let me read it correctly, my friends, Sam's Suits and Tuxedos, located in Clovis. So if you need one, go out there and buy one. Back in a moment.
Or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Unscramble.
Sing, honey, sing.
Calling classics, calling the best. Calling favorites, be our guest. Every day there's more to come. Watch and see, there's only one. Me TV.
Try
Me. That's memorable, that's me.
That's me.
Me. You gotta see. That's memorable, that's me. Me TV.
Back here on the program talking about Haron Motors, and I think back to 1946. My God, the war ended. The war had just ended, I believe, 1945, right? Am I right about that, Marcus? 45, 46, yeah. So then, I mean, enter Haron Motors. That's when they all started. Yeah, of course, I wasn't around then. I'm not that old, okay? I mean, I feel old, but Ventura TV, just a few short years later, opened up here. Just down the street from Haron Motors back in 1951. So Hilary Haron is here. Boy, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the program, by the way.
Thank you, John. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. 1946, I bet you can't even imagine 1946, can you? At your age, you're what, 31?
31. I tried to imagine what it was like, and I can look at pictures, but I don't think I've quite grasped what it was like then.
Well, what a totally different world it was back then. The war had just ended, of course, and your grandfather looking to start a new business, looking to, obviously fix cars, and then he turned it into a totally different business. But that being said, in the monologue, I came out and I said, look, all these dealerships, they're moving out north. They're all there. All you have to do is drive over to Herndon and Palm, and you have every dealership known to mankind sitting right there. And if you want to go to a used car lot, you can go to Blackstone too, and there's all those dealerships there. Why did your family decide to just stay? And I said seedy. It is a seedy area. Why did you guys decide to stay in that area?
We have been successful from the first 25 feet right next to Holy Trinity Church. We got the other 25 feet on the other side of the alley. And we have been successful in that spot.
You have been blessed.
We've been very blessed.
By the church. Is that it?
That might be part of it, but we're not willing to find out if it's not. And we actually really love downtown. We've formed relationships with other business owners. We've become a destination. Our clients expect a certain thing from us, and we want to provide that to them. And we can do it best where we're most comfortable also.
Yeah, Holy Trinity obviously is a beautiful church. It's one of the originals right here in the city of Fresno. Now, that church was, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, was that church already there when your grandfather started that business?
I believe it was, but I am not sure on that.
I think it may be, we ought to find out. Marcus, maybe you can call upstairs to Ara and find.
It's 1912.
Yeah, 1912. That same location, though. I just don't know about that same location. But Holy Trinity has been around a long time.
It has.
It's like over 100 years. So you're sitting next to a church, and maybe, like we said, maybe that has something to do with it. But there have to be other factors. What were those other factors?
Well, we started on Ventura when Ventura was more of a main drag.
Yeah.
And, we have families that have come to us for generations. We have been in the same location for generations. We have our land in our building. We've been big proponents of downtown. My dad's been a champion for downtown. In fact, this last year, he was awarded the Al Allen Award at the state of downtown by the mayor as a downtown supporter. So seeing all the development and growth that's happening in downtown, we have decided that for our business, it's going to be the best to stay there. We are planning a remodel of our business now.
When?
Well, that is the question that we keep getting. We're hoping to break ground within this year, so before January. But we still have some things to work with the city on and with our architect on and our builder. So if all the pieces fall into place, we will be breaking ground by the end of this year.
Okay, let me ask you something because this is a very important question. You said you're planning to expand or build a new building.
We will be building a new building in the same location.
Does that mean, though, that you have to tear down the existing building?
Yes, it does.
And then where will you temporarily be housed?
On Ventura and Van Ness.
Okay.
We are currently rehabbing a lot that we have there.
Okay.
And we will run our company through Ventura and Van Ness, or on Santa Clara and Van Ness. We also have another building which we'll be using as our shop.
And so nobody knows exactly when you're going to break ground, right?
We have not set a date yet.
Yeah, but will it be this year or will it be early next year? Do you think? Give us that ballpark.
We're hoping we're hoping late this year.
Late this year. Okay, maybe right around the holiday season, something like that. So, do you think that'll affect your business?
I don't think that there's a way that it doesn't affect our business. So we've been in the process of planning on how to serve our customers with the high standard of service that we have always had through that process.
Okay. And I need to ask you another question. I know you have a good working relationship with the city, but with this particular project, tearing down an existing building that's been there, that building that's there now has been there how long?
That building, there was a remodel done on that building in the 80s, but I'm not sure when the original building was built.
Okay. So has the city, and I'm curious about this because the city gives the people and business owners a hard time on some occasions, and I've come to find that out doing this program. Have they given you a hard time on permits or expansion or anything else?
The city has been a pleasure to work with for us.
Okay.
Everything has been very smooth. Getting the plans through plan check, because they're so busy, can be a little bit long, but other than that, everything has been wonderful.
Yeah, so no glitches, no hitches.
Nope.
No roadblocks. They haven't thrown in up any roadblocks or
not yet.
Any extra fees for this, that, and the other thing. That's the complaint I get most from business owners here in the city of Fresno, is they'll come along and say, okay, you can expand this, and then they'll come along later and say, oh, we forgot to add this, you have to do, and then the fees go up. Have you experienced that?
We have yet to experience that. Mayor Swearingen, being so connected to downtown, has helped implement some programs for businesses looking to move to downtown or to expand in downtown. And so we have made use of those programs also.
Yeah. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead with Hilary Haron. She is co-owner of Haron Motors in downtown Fresno. I know that's hard to believe because she's so young, but, you know, just accept it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
I can't get you on my TV. I'm watching 43.6, and there's Matlock on, so I can't find you.
Yeah, it's on 13.1. Try 13.1.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm going to have to pass on that, John, because I'm not getting 13.1. Well, good luck with your show. Sorry to bother you. Bye.
You got it, sir. All right, no question there. But let's take a break. 436 MeTV option 11 if you want to leave a message. Back here after a word from Sam Suits and Tuxedos.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
From a top-secret location, it's the spies who love me, bringing together MeTV's top super spies to fight evil at a memorable moment's notice. They're daring.
That's right.
Brave.
Now what are we gonna do?
The best we can.
Suave.
Does that apply to me, Oscar?
Possibly.
And smart.
Yellow finger in the gun trick.
Maxwell Smart.
MeTV Fresno, channel 43.6 and Xfinity 187.
Frigidaire. It means the first refrigerator. It means a history of innovations that help make your home life better. And now we introduce the new Frigidaire French door refrigerator with over 100 ways to organize for maximum flexibility. Built with adjustable flip-up and slide-under shelving and stackable crisper drawers. It's the refrigerator that flexes to fit it all, no matter what your day will bring. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Unscramble. Sing, honey, sing.
Calling classics, calling the best. Calling favorites, be our guest. Every day there's more to come. Watch and see, there's only one. Me TV.
Try me.
Me. That's memorable, that's me.
That's me.
Me, you gotta see. That's memorable, that's me. Me TV.
Back here on the program, 436 MeTV, option 11, and Hilary Haron is here. She is co-owner of Jaguar, the Jaguar dealership over there on Ventura Avenue. It's just across from Selland Arena. And I want to roll a piece of videotape, and it's called Outdoor Lot. We have a lot of video here to show. So you're going to start reconstruction either later this year, possibly early next year, 2017. This is the original lot right here. How many cars do you have on the lot right now that are on display?
You know, it's been quite a while since I've counted, and it is constantly changing. I would say 15 average.
And do people come in and they test drive those cars on the lot?
They do. We also have some more new inventory housed on another lot. So we sit people down, get an idea of what they like about their car and what they're looking for, what they'd like to improve or lose. And then we match them up with the closest thing that we have to the right vehicle. They drive it, obviously fall in love with it, and then we can order them whatever they'd like to the specific spec if there's something else that they want to add.
Right. Okay, you cater to a specific clientele. There's no question about it. These cars are not like buying a Kia or something like that. These are very expensive cars. There's no question about it. So your target audience is very specific. Who is your clientele? Who's coming in? Who's buying these cars typically? I mean, you have regular customers that come in. Who are the people that are buying Jaguars these days?
It seems to me like our client base just continues to broaden as Jaguar and Land Rover bring new makes, or I'm sorry, not new makes, new models to the market. They have recently released 2 new cars, a crossover called the F-Pace and a small sedan called the XE. And those, we've seen a much broader base of who is looking at those 2 cars. Even with the F-Pace or the Range Rover, we see some soccer moms and we see some business owners. We see some doctors, you know, we see some people who have saved up their whole life to get exactly what they want in a car, and they just order the biggest and best with the most bells and whistles. So we
Are they paying cash for these cars? Are they putting down payments on these cars? What are they doing?
You know, it varies from client to client. There is no blanket answer that will say that, oh, most people do this or most people do that.
But do some people come in and they just drop cash down and boom, they're out the door?
Some people do.
Really? They just write a check, huh?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. On average, give us, as we, let's roll another piece of videotape. It's called Fast Jaguars. Now, if I won the lottery, I'd be buying one of these cars, I guarantee you. Fast Jaguars. Give us an idea. What's on the lowest end, lowest possible end, what's the least amount of money I could spend?
You could have a $299 payment on a month on a lease.
That's cheap.
That's
for a lease.
It's
that's
affordable.
Cheap. For what kind of car? Now, what kind of a car is that? Looks like almost like a Camaro.
That right there is the Jaguar F-Type.
Okay, that's the F-Type,
Yes.
And so, gosh, that looks like a really neat car.
That is a fun car.
I would imagine it is. And so, can I make a sexist comment on this program?
Sure.
Is that a chick magnet right there for guys?
You know, I've driven that car in a convertible version, and that is an everyone magnet.
That's an everyone magnet?
Just depends who's driving it.
It depends. Yeah, and you probably have a lot of females that come in and drive that, so that's almost like a man magnet, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can tell you when I was driving one and had the top down, and people don't necessarily know what it is, and it has a very throaty purr to its exhaust system.
Well, and not only that, I mean, let's face it. I mean, that's a hot-looking car. You know, how many people? I mean, Fresno is not San Francisco. It's not high-end. It's not like L.A. It's not even like Sacramento or San Diego. So, who in Fresno is going to drive a car like that? You know what I'm saying? In San Francisco, oh, it's commonplace to see those types of cars all the time. You see them all the time. In fact, I've seen Rolls Royces in San Francisco a lot. You don't see them in Fresno. Who's driving these cars in Fresno?
Well, you see them in Fresno now a little bit. You know, it depends.
Yeah.
It's hard to say that, oh, we've had one certain specific kind of buyer for it, because we've had all kinds buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they enjoy it and love it, and you know, you'll see somebody driving, or they'll stop next to you at a light and they'll wave, and you have that camaraderie with them.
Yeah. Got to be careful somebody doesn't follow you home in that car, okay? A man or a woman, doesn't matter. But, you know, I got to say, so I saw what you're driving today. You're driving that soccer mom vehicle.
I am.
The Range Rover, is it?
Yes, it is.
You're driving the Range Rover. And so I think we've got videotape of the Range Rovers. Let's take a look at that videotape right now. So the Range Rover, obviously the fast Jaguars and that F-Type that you were talking about, that attracts, you know, maybe the guy that's going through the midlife crisis or the younger generation. They like these fast cars, young single people. Who's driving the Range Rover? Who's buying these?
Everyone is buying the Range Rovers.
Like who? Give me an example.
Well, they range in size from the Evoque, which is a 2-door small SUV, all the way up to a full-size Range Rover. And some farmers even have them on their ranches in some cases. It's
really,
it's a diverse car.
So if I wanted to lease one of these Range Rovers, what's the low end I can get?
That would depend on which, what you want on it. That's a little bit harder of a question to answer.
But give me a ballpark on the lowest end.
I hesitate to do that just because it really depends on the car.
Would it be over 300?
In most cases, yes.
In most cases, it would. So how, I can get a $300 a month lease on what vehicle? Probably just the Jaguar.
The Jaguar, depending on if there's a promotion or something, that happens. We've seen that happen.
Okay. But so with the Range Rover, you're getting a lot of extra space.
Yes.
Is that why people want it?
I believe so.
And you're getting extra protection in case you get into an accident, I'm assuming?
They are incredibly safe cars, but the Jaguars are also incredibly safe cars. They take pride in that as one of their selling points.
Yeah. Hey, here's the thing that I've often worried about, and whether it's, I know that the Range Rover is an SUV, but I've worried about this with any SUV. I don't make or model, doesn't matter. I've always worried about, God, they're solid cars. No matter what SUV you buy, if you get into a wreck, it's going to be a solid car, okay? A solid vehicle. So it doesn't matter the make or the model, but I have always been concerned about, okay, if I get into a wreck, do these vehicles, do they have more of a tendency to roll over because they might be a little top heavy?
When SUVs first became very mainstream, and a lot of manufacturers that weren't really into them before began making them, there was that concern, and there seemed to be a spotlight on it. So all manufacturers went back to their engineering departments and said, hey, we want to be absolutely sure that we're not going to have this problem. So they've spent a countless amount of money into alleviating that problem.
Yeah, so not to worry about that. But the Range Rover is obviously one of the most popular selling cars anywhere, right?
I see it a lot more now. It has really come forward in its popularity. Probably the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. All right, we're talking with Hilary Haron here on the program, a special taped edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV on this day. Today's program sponsored by Sam's Suits and Tuxedos in the city of Clovis. We're going to be back with more of our conversation. We'll also show you some of those sleek and slick commercials produced by a company for Haron Motors. We'll show you those in just a moment.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a third suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Must-watch news channel in Europe.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Back here on the program, it's a special taped edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. You're watching us on Comcast Channel 375 and 13.1. No phone calls, sorry about that, but if you do want to call in and leave a message, you can. 436-MeTV, option 11. Today's program sponsored by Sam's Suits and Tuxedos. And so, Hilary, I just want to ask you, Before I get into this next piece of videotape, I'm curious because you're only 31. Your dad's 66. He's been on this program before, though, and we talked to him about his fantastic dealership over there. And you know, let me just say this: I have not been in that position, but I have seen it happen. I have to give credit to your father, not you yet.
Nope, I agree.
But because, yeah, your grandfather passed the business off to him. However, your dad continued the success and even made it even better. He could have dropped the ball. He didn't.
Nope.
Why? How?
He worked tirelessly, and he was kind of the I don't want to call it a girl Friday because he's not a girl, but he did everything. He was a salesman, a sales manager, a parts manager.
Was he scared to
fail?
Scared to disappoint his own dad, do you think?
I don't think that you can be in a family business without feeling that.
Without feeling scared that you're going to lose it because you're not doing the right things?
Correct. And I think that you lose sleep over it, but you get up every day and you love what you do and you love the people you work with. And so you do your absolute and very best, make the best decisions with the information that you have at the time.
And I guarantee you, I know this from experience, is that you're afraid to let your father down. You're afraid to let your parents down. I bet you my bottom dollar that your dad felt like that. Am I right?
I would say he did. I would say that in some ways he did, but he never let that stop him from growing the business and perpetuating the business.
And growing it, you mean and bringing that business into the modern day world, because from 1946 to 2016, the world has changed.
The world has changed, and there are some times when you couldn't do exactly what you wanted to do to expand it or grow it, but he used the tools that he had at his disposal to keep the company surviving and continue to provide jobs for other Fresnans.
Did you ever see him say to himself or ask himself the question, gee, I wonder what Dad would do?
Absolutely.
What would he have done?
We, all the time, and sometimes we even talk about it. And
yeah. And so before I get to that next piece of videotape, and I am going to run it, let's cue it up. It's called Sport Jaguars. I love the Jaguars, the Sport Jaguars. So before we do that, though, your father, I guarantee you, has lectured you and taught you a lot and brought you along and nurtured you to the point where, okay, you may not know as much as him, but you haven't lived as long as him, but do you feel that he's nurtured you and taught you the right way of how to handle this business?
I absolutely do.
And what are give me three instances, or give me three of the top must-dos or must-don'ts.
I would say being patient.
Okay.
And listening.
To the customer?
To the customer, to the employee, to each other, to people that you speak to that maybe know more than you do. I say often that if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. If you can't learn something from the people that you're around, then you need to be around other people.
Yeah.
And he has definitely instilled that in me. He has also instilled in me a sense of like wonderment. So if you question it, go out and find out how it was done, and find a way to use that in your venture.
Yeah, it's amazing. Let's roll that videotape. Sport Jaguars. What's the difference between fast Jaguars, the regular Jaguar, and the Sport Jaguar? That's what I want to know. Let's roll the videotape and we'll find out. You can talk over it. Look at it right there on the monitor. So what is it? A Sport Jaguar is what? What's the difference between that and a regular Jaguar?
So there is a faster version of the Jaguars. There is the S version, which is typically a supercharged version. And there is an R version, which is their race sport type type setup.
So this is more of a racing, has more of a racing feel and look to it?
They are all they're all different. The F-Type is like almost like a race car, and there are the sedans that come in the R derivative. They are very sporty, but you don't lose any of the comfort and luxury whatsoever.
Yeah, you know what one of the bucket lists would be for me is to take one of these Jaguars, whether it's the Sport or the other one with a convertible, and go driving along Highway 1, not 101, but Highway 1 along the coast of California from north to south. Wouldn't that be cool?
That is also on my bucket list. My cousin Randy has done that.
With one of these Jaguars?
Yes,
yeah.
he has.
It's because of the windy, narrow road, and these things probably just grip the road like
They
you wouldn't
do.
believe.
They have a setting in them, and when you turn on that setting, the car really hunkers down, grabs the road, and you can feel it. It holds you. It's something that you have to feel to believe that it actually does it.
Yeah, it probably is an amazing feeling. Let's go back inside Haron Motors, and let's go inside the dealership. Let's roll that videotape, and it hasn't changed too much over the course of time. And as you mentioned, it was remodeled several years ago. This is the inside. If you go inside here, you might run into Hilary. You might run into her cousin Randy. You might run into her father, Jim. He's a very nice, hospitable man, and I can see why he has been so successful in his business. Your dad has such a wonderful personality, and people like him. Is that part of the success of being a great business owner, is having that wonderful customer care, that you care about your customer and you care about their feelings and their wants and their needs?
I don't think that it's integral to success, but it is what has worked for my father. He is a very caring person, and he's a wonderful man, and he has forged personal relationships with countless customers. And because in his business model, that was the right thing to do, and it has made everyone the wiser for it, actually.
Yeah, and I think it's imperative to really forge that bond with your customer, whether it's maybe taking them out to lunch, talking to them about family matters. How's your wife? How are your kids? How's everything going in school for them? Is that part of the bond?
Absolutely. We have some people that drop by that don't have our cars anymore, or live out of town and are visiting, and they'll just drop by to say hello to my dad. And
wow,
it's really kind of
and they're not spending money,
awe-inspiring.
But it's just a friendship that he developed over the course of time. And that's a testament to your father.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is.
And he does not forget a single client. We were somewhere, we were at a mall or something, and maybe lunch, and he pointed someone out, and he said, "I sold that man a car in 1972. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He doesn't forget a single person.
He doesn't forget a face.
Absolutely no.
All.
And he, typically he remembers the name too.
Right. Hey, I want to roll one more piece of videotape. It's called Inside the Parts Department. So what's the deal with the parts department? So people can go buy a Range Rover or a Jaguar, and they can, if they have a problem, they can go drive it into the parts department, and they can have something changed out or change the oil, or what's the deal there?
So that is typically what we call a service department. And we also have a parts department, and they work together. So if somebody buys a Range Rover, a Jaguar, or even has a more classic make or model, they can come to our parts department and request that we order them the part, or maybe we'll even have it in stock and do their own work. Or if they bring it into the shop, we use all OEM parts, so all manufacturer parts, new. And that's kind of how that works.
Wow. And so you encourage them to come in to obviously do repairs there or change the oil, but you also don't mind if they do it themselves?
We encourage them to come in. All of our technicians are certified. They go to training many times a year. But, some people get under the hooders and they want to do it themselves.
All right. Got to go to a commercial break here. 436 Me TV. Option 11 if you want to leave a message. You can't call in. It's a special tape program here today on Connect with Me. We're glad you're here. Today's program sponsored by Sam Suits and Tuxedos. We're back in a moment.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
Want to create something extraordinary? Create perfection. Our lifestyle appliances make it easy. KitchenAid, Ventura TV appliance, and you, when only the best will do.
Let me tell you something. Critics can say what they want about this city. It's just a desert going dry. But I'll tell you what. This city is not about flashing lights and high-rise towers. There's more to it than that. This city is about commitment. It's about creating the new without forgetting our past. It's about building great things with the knowledge we've gained over generations. Being proud of where we come from and where we're going. Believing hard work leads to success. This is downtown Fresno, and this is the brand that defines it.
That's one of the new commercials that has been produced for Haron Motors, and that's been at the same location since 1945-46. If you want to argue the point, okay, 70 years, January 22nd is when they celebrated the 70-year anniversary, and so Hilary Haron is here. You obviously were not around then. You're only 31 years old, but you know the age-old argument about downtown Fresno. Okay, I've debated this issue for the last 5 years on this program with countless guests, and everybody has an opinion. So let me just throw something at you. You look like you could handle anything, okay, at this point, because you probably heard it all. Okay, so downtown is seedy. You heard me say that before. You can't go there at night. There are drug addicts, drug dealers, there's crime. I might get mugged. It's dangerous. I'm not going to go to a Grizzlies game. It's ridiculous to go to a game there at night. I would never open up a business downtown. And remember that bike shop that guy got broken into, and they, you know, the police, they came time after time after time. He finally got fed up and he left. Downtown is a seedy, shady place. I would never go down there, and least of all, I would not own a business down there. Okay, and your response would be very calmly
that I feel that those are many opinions, not substantiated in fact. Crime.
Explain in an expanded version, because we have some time here.
Crime exists everywhere,
right.
And it's just, it depends on what somebody wants to believe. There are drug addicts everywhere.
Yes.
And if I were a drug addict or a criminal, I would probably go to the north side of town to get what I wanted. And I think that people forget that sometimes. they aren't exposed to downtown on a regular basis. They've chosen not to come down here and enjoy the wonderful restaurants and the thriving new businesses. But that is changing. There has been many housing projects that are full of renters and owners now. And those people have really brought a new vibe to the downtown area. They want to walk to a restaurant. They want to walk to entertainment. And there are so many places for them to do that now. The opening of Fulton Street is going to
yeah, and we have the
further that.
videotape of that. By the way, they've paved Fulton Street, and they've done a fairly good job of that. But I'm just wondering, because obviously you know who Darius Assemi is. He is the owner of Granville Homes. But I want to take a look at the Fulton Street, the video here. And, you know, Darius said, look, if you live in North Fresno, you're not going to go downtown. You know why? Because it takes 20 minutes to drive there. It's going to take me another 20 minutes to find a parking spot. And then where am I going to go? There are a limited amount of places that I can go in downtown Fresno to eat dinner, for entertainment. And I'm not going to go down there even maybe once a week, let alone all the time. This is Fulton Street right now. We shot this video just recently, within the last few days. Marcus Borelli here, our assistant, did a great job of shooting that video there. That's what it looks like right now in progress. So what do you think about Darius's assessment here? That it's not going to make a major impact by just opening up a street. You have to have a draw. See, Haron Motors is a draw. You have something that you're selling. You're providing a service for the public. But what else is there down there? What else is there?
Well, Granville has actually made a grand investment in downtown, building many housing projects.
But even so, Hilary, Granville has invested so much money downtown, and you have Darius Assemi coming out with this very strong opinion against downtown. It's kind of a contradiction, don't you think?
I think it can be interpreted that way. But he obviously has some belief in downtown to make the investment there. Right. There's been a significant amount of investment in downtown. I believe that there have been 16 new businesses that have already opened this year. And if
just in 2016 alone?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. What does that tell you?
That tells me that people are not necessarily listening to the opinions of the past. They want to find out for themselves what is new and exciting. They want to see what downtown Fresno has to offer. They want to be a part of the growth. They want to be a part of a positive change.
And so, how do you address some of these issues with people that might argue the point that, look, Hilary, you've got a business downtown, your family's been there forever. People coming in from out of town, they want to move to the north side because they feel it's safer. They've heard. I mean, that's what I did. Okay, when I'm not from Fresno. When I first came here, I said, well, where should I move to? And they said, oh, anywhere north of Shaw. North of Shaw. Now it's north of Herndon. You know, back in the 90s, north of Shaw, it's safer there. Okay, do you still hear this argument, number one? And is this like Alan Autry used to say, a tale of two cities, north versus south?
I think that the gap is closing on the north versus south.
Okay.
They have a new bus project that they're developing.
BRT.
Yes.
Okay.
That they're developing now that will make traveling from North Fresno to downtown much easier and with more rapid, obviously. And I think that has been something that we've been lacking.
Yeah.
And that will continue to build everyone's interest downtown. And if you don't, with social media and leveraging social media, I think is a huge part of what downtown businesses are doing, to say these people are here, there are people here, it's safe, and the food's good, and the entertainment's good, and it's people just getting out of their comfort zone.
Let me put you on the spot.
Sure.
You're a young, beautiful lady. Would you venture downtown by yourself after dark to go to a Grizzlies game?
Yes, and I have.
By yourself?
Yes.
Okay. I believe you.
Good.
And you're not afraid?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, you put your money where your mouth is. I appreciate that. By the way, a couple of tidbits here that I want to pass your way. Holy Trinity Church, breaking ground in 1913. The building was completed in 1914, long before you and I were ever thought of, right? The parent company of Jaguar is what? That's kind of an email question that we've had here. So what's the parent company?
The parent company of Jaguar and Land Rover is Tata Motors.
Oh.
They're an Indian company.
Okay. Okay. Tata Motors. So what is that?
Tata is a metal company and has developed into many other holdings companies.
Okay.
Ratan Tata, who was the head of Tata Motors, loved Jaguar and picked up Jaguar and Land Rover as kind of his I don't want to call it a pet project, but a pet project.
Okay. All right. Hey, and another little tidbit here that you'll learn on the program. If you want to go down to Haron Motors and talk to Hilary, talk to Randy, talk to Jim, they're all great people down there. They're a great family. You know, they really are. And Jim, and I'm sure his father was at salt of the earth. There's no question
Absolutely.
about it. Haron's showroom building, erected in 1968.
Okay.
I was in junior high school. All right. Playing around with my friends. Basketball, football. Anyway, Sam's Suits and Tuxedos is the sponsor today. And you know what? We're on tape, not a live program. So you can't call in unless you want to leave a message. And you can at 436-MeTV, option 11. Back in a moment.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Randy Haron of Haron Jaguar.
What defines a sports car? Is it the look? Is it the sound? Is it the feel? This car speaks for itself. Now that's a Jaguar.
Available at Haron Jaguar in downtown Fresno.
Oh, that commercial gets me all revved up. It makes me want to go. But then I open up my checkbook and I say, well, I better not. But that's just looking at that commercial, obviously the object is to get you motivated to go down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gets me all revved up to see that red car.
Well, then you would have to come down and you'd have to drive it, and then you could have to see exactly how affordable they are.
Hilary, it's one of those situations where I got to wait to win the lottery, I think. It's a nice dream. Maybe you can take me on a test drive or something sometime. Maybe your dad can or whatever, but I think that's about it.
Anytime you'd like.
Take a test drive down Ventura and then back to the lot. Oh, man. So let me ask you about what obviously you're going to expand the building. You're going to tear it down, build a new one, expand it. How much more space are you going to have over there? Because there isn't much.
That exact number should be in soon, but I can tell you one number that we do already have. We'll be adding 14,000 square feet to our service department alone.
What's the existing square footage now? Do you know?
You know, off the top of my head, I do not.
But you're gonna make it an extra 14,000 square feet?
Correct.
So it'll be a total of how much?
Well, I don't have that number
Okay,
either.
no, that's okay. That's all right. But it'll be big.
It's going to be big.
Upstairs and downstairs? Or?
It's going to be downstairs, one story for the service department. We may have some upstairs offices, but
not a showroom upstairs.
Not a showroom upstairs.
Not a showroom upstairs. Because I'm curious, just because so there is room to expand over there, despite the fact the church is right up against you guys.
We'll be expanding in the other direction.
Okay.
So L Street will.
So you'll be expanding to the south then. Am I right?
We'll be on the same lot, and we'll go through L Street and across the street. There are a couple lots there that will all be.
Okay. So that's part of the expansion plan. What have you talked about in terms of the future and how this will help your business by completing the expansion? And when will that completion be done? By the end of next year?
In a perfect world, it would be done by the end of next year. We're looking at between 14 and 18 months, I think, to complete the project, if everything goes smoothly.
Once done, how do you project that will help your business?
I believe that it will help us integrate the new technology that's out. It will give us the capacity to continue our legacy, I guess, of fantastic service for our customers, and hopefully move things along a little faster, allow us some breathing room.
Mm-hmm. I think I have time for a couple of more questions, and that one, well, actually just one question. If you were to take away one thing from your father, what would that be? Just one thing. What you learned so far. One thing.
One thing. I would just take all of him, that was one thing, and put him in my brain. It's really hard to pin down one thing.
You can't pinpoint just one?
I can't.
Okay. All right.
I wish I could.
What is your telephone number out there, Hilary, in case people want to call in to your place?
It is 559-237-5533.
Okay, and do we have time for the disclaimer just really quick? We got 30 seconds. Put it up for like 10 seconds and then I'll get out. There it is. Hilary Haron, a part owner of Haron Motors, did not come in and get paid, my friends. She came in of her own free will. We did not pay her. She did not pay us. We promote business here every Tuesday, or try to, on this show. Connect with me on MeTV Fresno. Continued success out there. Hope you have 170 more years, just like we hope for Ventura TV. Thanks, Hilary.
Thank you very much, John.
All right, Hilary Haron, back with another edition tomorrow. Connect with me on MeTV Fresno. Have a great day.
There's nothing better than showing up to your next big event in a new suit or tuxedo. Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop on Clovis Avenue, just south of Old Town Clovis, has provided a wide selection of custom-tailored fine suits and accessories for over 25 years. Right now, get 2 suits, 2 shirts, 2 ties, and a pair of shoes for only $199. Act now and get a 3rd suit for only $50 more. Stop by or call 559-298-6063 to schedule your fitting today at Sam's Men's Suits and Tuxedo Shop.
If you have a need to promote your business or event, please consider MeTV Fresno for your next campaign. MeTV reaches over 100,000 of your potential customers in the Fresno area every single week. Plus, you can rest assured that your commercial is running in the greatest family-friendly programs of all time. MeTV Fresno delivers a strong, loyal audience ready to buy, and your campaign will cost a fraction of what you're paying for your advertising now. Call me today to find out how affordable MeTV is at 905-1925.